I was a dolphin, all I could hope for is that I was that one dolphin in the 60s or 70s that the lady gave handjobs to, whilst also giving copious amounts of LSD. That would be my dolphin wish. Anything outside of that, I'm not really a fan of, to be honest with you. What do you mean, what? Is that not a well-known thing? You guys don't know about this? Oh, there was a, you know how dolphins are incredibly smart, right? They're almost us in terms of using brain power. In the, was it 60s or 70s? In the amount of time, in the era where LSD was new and people were really crazy about it and were like, we should put this in everything and we should test people with it and we should just, fuck shit up. They're not too young, okay? They're gonna hear about it now because it makes me seem weird if I don't explain it. There was a researcher, I think it was two, it was a woman and a man, and they had a dolphin inside of a swimming pool area, like an inside pool. And they MK Ultra the dolphin. They gave a dolphin LSD and tried to teach it English. They tried to teach it the English language by opening its brain with the power of acid. What ended up happening, instead of it learning English, what actually happened was the dolphin got really attached to the lady researcher and also quite horny, and it got consistently horny enough that it wouldn't really participate in the test they were trying to do. So she had to whack it off so that it could concentrate. And that's what she did. And then eventually they kind of gave up on the whole thing, and I think they had to put the dolphin down because it was really sad without her. It got crazy attached to her, I believe. But yeah, there you go. I think they killed it. Did they not? I don't remember the end of the story. I'm not making this up. This is a real thing. All right, I'm gonna show you. You've done this to yourself. Dolphin. Okay, I have to be very careful about how I Google this. I was gonna Google dolphin jerk off. I'm not gonna Google that. I just Googled dolphin. Dolphin LSD Wikipedia. Alright. Okay. Right. Here we go. You're in this with me now. Okay? You have to suffer as I suffer. You didn't believe me, and it makes me seem weird, so I'm gonna show you from Wikipedia. There was a laboratory to research dolphins. This lady, Margaret Howlett, maybe is how you say that. Okay, in the 1960s, she took part in a NASA-funded research project in which she attempted to teach a dolphin named Peter to understand and mimic human speech. As a child, she was inspired by a book called Miss Kelly, a story about a cat who grew with humans. This inspired her to research teaching animals to speak human language. Okay. The director of the laboratory allowed her to observe dolphin behavior. Impressed by her enthusiasm and diligence as an observer, despite her lack of scientific training, she met some dude, neuroscientist, NASA-funded laboratory. The goal was to speak to extraterrestrial life forms. See, that is a twist that I didn't know. I had no idea that was a thing. That's even weirder. We wanted to speak with aliens, so we yacked off a dolphin. Okay. In order to simulate this situation, he built a dolphinarium, a dolphin house flooded with water. Oh, okay. I thought it was a real pool. There, Lily accommodated 3 dolphins, 2 females named Sissy and Pamela, and one male named Peter. I did not know there was 3 dolphins. They were taken from a television show. Okay. The goal of the Dolphinarium experiment was to teach dolphins human language. Over a period of 2 years, Lily and Lovat, both with very different approaches, tried to prove that human language could be mimicked by dolphins. Lovat reasoned that if she lived with the dolphins and made human-like sounds, similar to how a mother teaches her child to speak, they would have more success. She tried speaking slowly and changing the pitch of her tone to help Peter pronounce the words that she wanted him to learn. That is also what I do with you, chat. Sometimes I change the the pitch and slow down my words so that you can understand me and you don't get scared. Lovat and the pubescent male dolphin, you know this is going well when they specify that part. Lovat and the pubescent male dolphin Peter spent all their time together in the isolated Dolphinarium, where she documented Peter's progress with her twice daily lessons and encouragement to say the words, "Hello, Margaret." According to Lovat, the M sound was extremely difficult for Peter to pronounce without making bubbles in the water, and because he was ridiculously horny. Complications. Peter, being an adolescent dolphin, frequently had sexual urges which disrupted his lessons. Just like Chat. Taking Peter to a downstairs pool with 2 female dolphins proved to be a logistical issue. Eventually, are you ready? You ready for it to be 100% true now and not just something I made up? Okay, strap in. Hands to yourself. That relieved Peter's urges herself, stating, "It wasn't sexual on my part, sensuous perhaps. It seemed to me that it made the bond closer, not because of the sexual activity, but because of the lack of having to keep breaking. And that's all it was. That's really all it was. I was there to get to know Peter. That was part of Peter. It would have just become part of what was going on, like an itch. Just get rid of that scratch and we would be done and move on." This woman not only jacked off the dolphin to get it to continue the lessons, also kind of was into it, which is bizarre. Like, what? Oh, okay, I was wrong, look, right. Other problems arose surrounding the project. In addition to Lovet's animal communication research, she'd been funded to research the effects of LSD. A wonderful combination. Give LSD to the lady who was jacking off a dolphin. She'd been testing the effects of the drug on subject dolphins with no results. Since neither his communication experiment nor his LSD research were proving fruitful, Lily's Dolphinarium eventually lost all funding. Due to the lack of funding, the dolphins were moved to a different facility in a repurposed bank building in Miami, in smaller tanks, and since the building lacked sunlight and space, Peter quickly deteriorated and eventually committed suicide. They can choose to stop breathing, and that's what Peter did. They're saying it's because of a small tank. It's probably because he stopped getting his daily hand jobs, if I'm being real with you. If you were getting daily hand jobs and all you had to do was try and imitate an M sound, you probably have strong feelings about that being taken away too. If you got given LSD and then that got taken away, you'd probably choose to stop breathing as well. So honestly, it's a very relatable situation. Who hasn't kind of, found themselves in a situation in which our LSD-infused dolphin is too horny to try to pronounce words that we need them to learn so that we can communicate with aliens? So you non-sexually but very sensuously jack the dolphin off. Does that not happen to you? Because I feel like that maybe. Please don't clip this. This can't be the clip that makes it as the reel. This can't be like the TikTok video, please. No. Losing daily handjobs is unfortunate, but I feel like being stuck in a small box with no natural light would be a little worse. I mean, have you had daily sensuous handjobs from a scientific researcher in their 20s? Because really, you can't compare if you haven't. Who hasn't found themselves in a situation like that? Classic, non-sexual, very sensual bonding moment, Chat, if we were running a test and you couldn't concentrate, I would take the bullet for you, okay? I would jack you off. It would be a non-sexual, very sensual experience for me and you. So, realistically, can we blame the lady? It was all in the name of science. It was NASA funded. It was science. If NASA funded me to jack you off, I would do it, okay? I'm sorry. I would have to. Get rid of this. Oh, they moved? Okay, wait, hold on. Lovat stayed on the island and married a photographer who had photographed their research, the dolphin jacking, They later moved back into the Dolphinarium and converted it into a family home, and they had 3 daughters. So they raised their children in the dolphin jack-off zone. It sounds pretty bad, but again, it sounds bad, but chat, if NASA gave me funding and all I had to do was kind of jack you off to get you to concentrate, I would do that. Okay? I would have to, because I would be getting money from NASA. It would be science. It would be science. Hand jobs on the NHS to fight depression, exactly. Do you think the photographer asked her out after seeing her technique? Look at the photos. He's documenting. He's like, he's like, nobody's done that before. He must have done. Truly, he must have done. The only way you would marry a lady who was jacking off a dolphin in front of you is if she has a crazy technique that you've never seen before. She probably got that down to seconds, because it's interfering with her research. She probably got that down. That dolphin on LSD didn't know what the fuck was going on. It was just having a great time. We've all been there. NASA? Hit me up. I'm sure Chad would be interested. New sub goal, yeah. For science. Well, we need the NASA funding, otherwise I'm not getting involved without that part. I can't believe you doubted me. I can't believe that you doubted me. I know, if I come out with something insane like that, I did not make that up. It's knowledge I've learned through horrors. Okay? And now you had to learn it too. How did I know? I heard about it. If you hear about a lady jacking off a dolphin whilst it's high on LSD, you learn the rest of the story. You don't carry on about your day, right? We all stopped here to make sure that this was real and I hadn't made it up. Like, you don't just hear that and go about your normal day like, okay, you need to learn the details of the story. And that is exactly what happened to me whenever I heard it. You don't just continue. Yeah. If you hear about someone MK Ultraing a dolphin, you do research the rest of the story. You can't hear that as like just a throwaway line in an MK Ultra documentary and not have to learn about it. Okay, it's part of history. I'm just learning about my history. There's probably like dolphin red pill alpha male groups in the sea now after this. I hope you like eye contact. My demographics would say otherwise, but it's worth a try. Thank you for 10 months.